Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 29th of November. Um, just been doing nothing much but catching up with family, and that's been great. I'm going to lose a couple of my cousins. One of them has moved to Queensland for a bit, and the other is going back home to Indonesia. So it's gonna be sad, but I'm really happy for both of them too. Don't see them that often to begin with. It's one of those weird situations, but my family's pretty tight, and coming out of COVID, they've been really keen to catch up. And I don't know if you guys have the same family situation as me, but my mum and her two sisters, when they catch up, it's like they haven't seen each other for months. But the reality is they probably saw each other last week. And I love it. I love it about them. But uh, it's like you go for lunch and it starts at 12 and you don't get out of there till 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, until dinner time. But it's just it always amazes me, to see my mom and her two sisters just laughing like kookaburras. And it just seems like they never run out of things to crack up about and catch up about. They really are super tight, and they hold the entire family together, which is great. So yeah, been doing nothing much more than that, and helping a mate out as well who is starting an online business. It's really hard to be starting a business in these crazy times, but it's primarily online. And as much as he wants me to help him out to some sort of capacity, or he even offered me a share of the business, I'm just not interested. Hey, like I've said it before, I've been there, done that. I feel like I've done my time. Uh, I agree, I do need money, and it is something that I can do. But the pain of doing it consistently, to have the pressure that I put on myself as someone who is helping to launch a new business, would be immense. I couldn't have a lazy day because it would feel bad. I would feel bad. And I know how much hard work it takes to launch a new business. And I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I have so much experience in it. And it's just been nice to talk to him, though. It's almost like I'm consulting, I'm consulting on the business. And he's introduced me over Zoom to his developer. We've had talks at length about strategies. And I always find it fascinating, like whenever you have a situation where a client is trying to better their business, and they're showing you other businesses that are doing well, it's always like a horse with the blinders on. These clients will always show me their competitors' websites, their competitors' business card designs, their competitors, yeah, usually just competitors' websites, right? But that's like working with the blinders on. Like if you only aim to do better than your direct competition, then it's like pissing in each other's pockets. It reminds me of like artists who have gallery shows and they only invite their friends and family. It's like a circle jerk. And when one website does something wrong, then everyone ends up doing it wrong. And they're all just copying each other. So I always find that hilarious when it's just been the same situation ever since, I started in the 90s. Clients are always, when I ask them to send me 3 websites that you like the look of, and that you like the functionality of. Give them a little assignment, a little bit of homework. And they come back to me with 3 competitor websites every single time. And the competitor websites always look shit. I'm like, why didn't you send me 3 links to sites that you actually do like the look of and that you actually use a lot, that you like to use? Because as a designer, that would give me some indication as to what color palettes you might like, or typography, or functionality. But no, it's always sending me images of, sending me links to their competitors. So same thing happened with these guys. All they were talking about was how well these other websites and businesses were doing. And man, some of these websites were disgusting. And yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Some websites are damn disgusting. Like Facebook. What a fucking nightmare Facebook is to use. There's text everywhere. There's shit everywhere. But hey, people fucking use it, right? Every day. So it is confusing. You could make it look better, work better. But at some point, I suppose it almost doesn't even matter. But yeah, if you're starting something, it sure does help to focus on these things. I mean, their website's not disgusting, and I'm not like the old me where I would come along and say, look, you need to start from scratch. A lot of these websites these days are almost template driven, and they all kind of look the same. So as a designer, I could work within what they've already got without breaking shit, so that the developer has to do so much more work to get something to look exactly like my Photoshop file. I could work within the constructs, and it's sad, but I just don't want to do it. That's the sad thing. I just do not want to do it. And I don't know. I think it works to be a consultant on this kind of stuff, but to actually be the guy who creates all the social media and posts it all, and it creates all these systems, on all the wording, the sayings, the ideas, the concepts, the community stuff. Oh man, like there's so much to it. And yeah, I don't think I've got it in me to do it again. But yeah, apart from that, and you know, he's an old mate, so I'm more than happy to help him out. I just don't want to be paid for it. I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. Yeah, I've been gaming a lot, and Viv's been away, so she's in Melbourne at the moment, and I've been gaming a lot. I've been playing a really old, what they call really old these days, 2011 MMO called DC Universe Online. It is a superhero MMO. I grew up on DC Comics. I've always been more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan, mainly because I think DC is darker. DC is more evil, darker, whereas Marvel just feels like lighter and fluffier and cheesy. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's a really old game. It's crossplay, so you play with people on console, PlayStation, and all that kind of stuff. And there are still tons of players in the game for such an old MMO, and a lot of these guys have been playing since the very beginning as well, which is fascinating. And I always create a female character in games, and that stems from playing games competitively in the early 2000s, when I was playing shooters that competitively every afternoon. I'd always choose a female character because female characters are smaller, so they have a smaller hitbox, so I'm harder to hit. Like if you're a dude, you're bigger, so if I'm shooting at you from a distance, I have more of a chance to hit you because your hitbox is bigger. And that's the way it used to be, right? So I'm not sure if it's like that anymore these days, because otherwise everyone would be choosing female characters to play in computer games. But hey, there's other reasons too. Obviously, if I'm going to spend 1,000+ hours in a game, I'd rather look at a female character than a male character, and it's personal pref. But yeah, I created a female superhero for this game, and it's funny. Like in the World Hub, where all the players just go about their daily business and stuff. I've been getting like other characters blowing me kisses and waving at me and stuff because my character is hot, you know. And it's so bizarre, that aspect of roleplay in MMOs, where surely they know it's a guy. Surely they know I'm a guy playing a female character, but they don't care. So yeah, these guys were blowing me kisses and stuff, and then one of them started chatting to me and invited me to join their clan, their league, and their league is called the Dark Thoughts. I actually had to Google what thought meant. That's how old I am. Yeah, so it's like a league of men in their 30s all the way through to mid 50s, and the one prerequisite for joining this league is you have to be a villain and you have to be female. Or your character has to be a female character. But it's all guys. It's all guys in there playing female characters, and the end game is collecting all the fashion in the game, so they all look amazing. Anyway, it's been interesting. It's really microphone driven, really heavy on the mic. As soon as you log in, you're on the same voice channel as everybody else in the clan. There's about 300 of them, and there are about a handful, maybe 5 to 10 guys that are on at all times, and their microphone is always on. So me being me, it's been fascinating just, having a few drinks and just talking life with these people. I don't know any of them. They're all American and they all have a story to tell. I always find it fascinating. There's like I said, there's 50 plus year old dude in there that's just divorced and miserable, no kids, and knows every single thing about American culture and history. And very, very proud American. And another dude who's got 4 kids, a wife, and is a hardcore smoker and full-time chef. Yet he has so much time to play games when he's not working, so he just doesn't sleep, basically. He's an interesting character. Yeah, it's just been cool. It's just been cool. I don't know their real names. I don't know that much about them, but just getting to know them has been really fun. Because usually I game with my mates, the same sort of crew, but it's been a while since I've met a new crew, new people. So that's been really good. Anyway, guys, yeah, I didn't intend for this rant to be so ranty and so long. I've got really got nothing to say. So I hope everyone's having a good one, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. See yous.